The boat is sold. The best 2 days of boat ownership. You just saw one of them. Today is another one. The classic 1436 John with a 1968 Avenue 18 on the back. Just picked it up today. I love it. Probably put a deck here and a floor. And that's about it. Not gonna do a lot to it, but just want to have a deck so I can have my regular trolling motor up here. But yeah, this thing's gonna fly. Real pumped. Let's go. Maiden voyage. Alright, brothers. So, it's been a while since I got the boat, but I'm just now getting around to starting to put a deck on it, turn it into like a little mini bass boat. So I just started tonight, and I'm gonna show you what I've done. So, got a bunch of 1.5 inch angled aluminum, and I'm just bracing it. I need to go get more, but I'm gonna have one more here, and then do supports going up there and then under here on these, and then have one going across here, and then across the front here, and that should be good because I'm gonna throw the deck is gonna butt up against this. We'll go all the way back to the end of this bench. I'm gonna cut the bench out and try to find a container that will like fit in it, that I can put some holes in it and a little pump and make it a live well. But so that's what's doing at the front, and then I'm gonna take this off obviously and put a little mount up here so I can have my actual trolling motor with the foot pedal. I don't think I'm gonna recess it for now, but I might later. But back here, I'm just gonna put a floor in, and all the electronics I'm gonna put a conduit in there for all the wiring and stuff that goes to the front. And then I'm gonna have my switch panel here, cut a little access in the bench there, and have the fuse box in there so it's protected. But then the switch is out here. And yeah, I'm not gonna put a back deck on for now. Just gonna have the 2 batteries, gas tank, and the bilge, and then some nav lights, and that's it. But that's what we got for tonight. Corb's been out here helping me. But yeah, we'll get an update next time we get something else done. Alright, another update. So I've got all 4 of the main beams in. I've got 2 down supports here and here, and then 2 more here and here. Pretty much the same thing on both sides. And really, all I need to do now is run one here. Then I think I'm gonna go all the way up to here so I can have a brace going down to this middle for the hatch. So it'll be big, just one big hatch, and then the bench will be the live well. But I haven't done the crossers yet because I think I'm actually gonna have other cross braces as well. We'll just see. Might go overkill, but better to be safe than sorry, I guess. But I'm waiting to do those until I get countersink rivets. I ordered them. They just haven't come in yet, so they'll be flush on the aluminum. And then I'll probably put 1/16 flat over that because to keep it all level. So, yeah, making progress. Also got the conduit to run our electrical. All the wires from the batteries back there up, or the panel and everything back there up to here for the live well, lights, all that stuff up here. And then I got the foam sheet for the subfloor everywhere because we're gonna lose a lot of foam up here. But yeah, it's progress for today. All right, do another update on the boat here. I'm done. I added 2 more braces, but I'm done for now until those countersinks come in. I cut out the hole for the live well. I forgot my Sawzall, so I'm gonna have to wait so I can cut out the foam to actually put the live well in. Then I started cutting up foam for under here, but I didn't have any razor blades. I forgot those too. So I'm pretty much at a stopping point for tonight. And I'm exhausted after the long weekend. First day back at work. Kick your butt. But this is what I got for the live well. It'll fit right in there. I'm gonna cut out the top so it's got a splash guard. I'll probably silicone the lid on there just so that it's watertight. And then I haven't decided yet how I'm gonna do the pumps for it. I might just do a simple, like a bilge with a hose where I can dump it in the lake to fill it up, and then have a little fitting on here. I saw this guy on YouTube who had one where it recirced, and then when you're done you just pump it out of there. Or I might just do have a pump on the side with a hose coming out here that will draw water in. We'll see. I really haven't decided yet on that. But yeah, this is literally perfect size to fit. I had like 16 inches to work with by 9, and this is I think 8.5 and 15.5, and then 24 long. So it'll be 10-gallon live well, not too bad. Yeah, that's it for the night. Getting there. It's a lot of work, but it will be worth it in the end, that is for sure. Remembered my Sawzall today, so bench is cleared out for the most part. Ugh, it's just debris. But yeah, it was this pouring foam at the bottom, which is wet, but it's pretty soaked. But I think the middle of it really isn't that bad. And then on the top, it was just the regular like styrofoam stuff. But yeah, now I gotta clean up so I can start. I'm gonna get this conduit in. I got all my electric stuff in. I'm gonna start running wires today and getting everything set up to do that. So huge mess, but got our wires run. There's drone motor wire, live well, yeah, live well, nav lights, and then our regular lights. So we're gonna have 2 in this big compartment, and then 2 blue LED strips over the deck. Then we'll have another LED strip under this lip, another one under this lip, and then we got all our wires ran back to our, this is going to be our electric compartment. Got switch panel, going to go there. This is the outline of it. It's going to go right there. And then, so that'll be accessible from the outside. And then in the inside, we'll have the fuse block right there on that back wall. And then I've got 2 Why can't I think of what they're called? Bus bars. Yeah, I got a red and a black bus bar that I'm going to find somewhere in here to put so we can consolidate lights. Really, it'll be just for the lights. But yeah, that's it for now. Also got these red and green I'm going to put on the front of it for nav lights. And then my back one, I just need to get the actual post. I already have a light. I'll just get the post that goes in there. But yeah, got the foam out everywhere. And started doing the bracing on the top side of the deck. I need to get a different bit to countersink the rivets. I didn't think about that. That was dumb. But it's a mess right now, but it's definitely coming along. Alright, deck is done for the most part. Just got to put flat. I got to get flat 1/16 to make it even where all the cross beams are. But it's supported. It's good. I walked all over it. Should do real well. I also cut all my styrofoam for the subfloor to add flotation that we lost in this bench. But yeah, got all that cut up and laid out. This boat's been through it. It's an old boat, so it's not even right here. It lifts up. Like, this is supposed to be a channel all the way, and it's just been up it through there. But so I had to cut those. Yeah, that'll hopefully gain back some of the styrofoam we lost in that front bench, but it's coming along. I got them numbered because I'm going to take it all out. I got to vacuum everything and keep doing stuff before I finally get in place. But I had this foam, so I thought I'd cut it up. Next, I think, is actually hooking up wires to each other and then starting on that panel itself. But for now, I'm just going to vacuum up and then figure out what's next. It's coming along. All right. I'm down to the wire. I've just got a couple days left to get this done before we go to Kentucky. But last night, put in lights everywhere. They're there. I got 2 under here. One else in here. Another one right here. Hooked up. Got my bus bars for my lights. I've got these lights. Now I'm doing the live well. What do you think? Gotta get it done. Alright, I've done a horrible job filming this week just because I've been working on it late at night after work and stuff, but I got the live well done. That's where it sprays out, drain in the bottom. I couldn't do a drain in the actual bottom, so it won't get all the way drained, but it'll be good enough. Then I have an overflow in there as well, just in case I leave it on too long. Got my pump here. It's coming out right here. Put a strainer over it. I got my overflow and my drain there. Then all my tubing. It was there's not much room in there, so it's kind of awkward. Like this one, I've got to take some black tube that actually flexes more because the offset was weird, but that's how I had to do it. I got everything. I got the flat pieces put on now so that it's not uneven anymore. Foam put back in. Bus bar wired up with all the lights that are going. Lights are done. All the lights that are inside. I got these lights installed. And and then today, deck day. I made a template with cardboard over the deck, and then I just put it on my plywood and traced it out. So I'm going to cut it out, and then I got to figure out how I'm going to measure off where the hatch goes. That might take a while, but once that's done, I get my hatches cut out, coating it oil-based paint. Hopefully that seals it pretty well. I'm going to try to always never let it be out like sitting at the house. I'm gonna try to keep it covered, so hopefully it'll last. But yeah, I'm gonna paint it, and then tomorrow hopefully get the last coat of paint, get it on there, and try to get everything else installed, like the hinges and such. So that's where I'm at. All right, it fits. It worked. Now we got to get the hatches cut, and I think since I got 2 sheets of wood, so since I have extra wood, I'm just going to cut a decent sized hole right where this hatch, all the hatches are gonna be, and then stick my hand under and trace them out. Be a whole lot easier than having to just measure it all off. So I'm gonna do that, trace them out, and then since I have that big extra piece over there, I'll just use it to actually make the hatches themselves. I'll do this sucker and we'll get it painted. That worked out real well. Just traced it from the inside and then cut it out using plunge cuts with the saw. I'm trying to think what the saw is called. But yeah, now I just got to do the same here and live well, which I don't know if I'm gonna be able to trace. I won't be able to trace the live well, and this one I probably can, so I'll do that next. All right, hatches are cut. I got just enough room for my hinges on all of them. This one really I didn't have to cut it bigger because I got an overhang here. They fit, worked out. That's my hinge that I'm using on all of them. Some real thin stainless, but I gotta cut that hatch and the floor, and it's paint. All right, wood is painted. I let it dry for a long time, then flipped it to the other side, painted it again. It is late now. Gotta get out of here, but it's drying. Floor, deck, hatches over there. She will be complete tomorrow, even though it does not look like it. Put a screw in this just to have a little floor for the hatch. Cut in the panel, that kind of stuff. So we will get it done tomorrow. Oh, and this is what we're using for carpet, except it's not carpet. The hydro turf and duck camo, so that's pretty cool. All right, here we are again. I got it fastened down with these self-tappers, wood to metal. And then I went over it again with another coat of paint to kind of seal over this where the screws are in the holes. So gotta wait, let it dry, and then we're good to start on the turf. All right, it's final countdown time. I'm going to Kentucky tomorrow, and this has to be a usable vessel. So we gotta get the trolling motor on, hooked up, turf in here, and that's it. Oh, and the light back there. But everything has turned out pretty good for my first time doing any of this. All the hinges and stuff look good. It's kind of rough on the cutting. I had some dual razor blades and that didn't help, but turned out pretty good. Switch panel and everything's in. But all right, push to the finish. The boat is done, and we made it to Kentucky just in time. And it's working like a charm. It hasn't sunk yet. Motor's running good. Live well works, lights work, control motor works. You're good to go. Ain't that right? Alright, y'all. We're going to do a final walkthrough of the boat. So I just got back from Kentucky, and it did awesome all week. So we're just going to go through it all from the front to the back. Got the trolling motor up here. I really didn't want to take more time, so I just went with 2x6s, I think. 3 of them stacked into the top deck. I covered it with C deck as well. Got my lights, obviously. I already went through that. So the first compartment is the big one. Got all my plastics, life jacket on each side, all my big trays, more plastics on either side. It's pretty big. I've still got a lot of room up there that I haven't. I got my nav light actually up there. But pretty big compartment. It can store a lot for how small of a boat this is. So that's that. Here's the live well. I actually just had to soak up a little bit of water that was left in it because the deal isn't all the way in the bottom. But I'm keeping this there. This is just some of the extra foam that I put as the base, because when I'm running, it kind of keeps it pegged down there so it's not just spilling water out if I'm hitting waves and stuff. It works pretty well. We kept several fish in it this week, and it was cool. But there's the live well. Obviously, we just got the floor. Keeping my oar in my net here. Rods fit on the deck, stick out a little bit, but that's all right. So here's our switch panel. That obviously tells us the voltage. Got a cigarette lighter there, and USBs, which I charged my phone the other night on it, and it did perfect. But I ran out of hinge, so I gotta actually get a bigger one. Probably put just 2 more on there, keep it more secure. But this is what I've got going on in the compartment. Fuse box, everything's run off there to the switch panel, and the fuse box gets its power from this little, I got a little lithium battery because I didn't want to add even more weight. So I think it's a 16 amp hour lithium battery. It's done amazing, and it's so light. In the back, gas tank, bilge, 2 batteries, battery charger. There's a 3 bank because I had it on my old boat, so I just doubled it up on one of them. But that's it. And then here, got our light pole. I did a little extra bit of sea deck on the corners, make it look cool. But yeah, that is the boat. I guess we can run through all the stuff. That is nav lights. First switch there. Then we got interior lights. One there, one there. Both those. Then the best part is in here. It really helps at night. Those are the interior lights. Got our aerator. And our bilge. I got 2 empty. I really didn't have anything put on them, but in case I wanted to add something in the future, I just left those. That's the boat, guys. Pretty simple little John boat to bass boat conversion. I love it. I love how the hydroturf, it's not sea deck, hydroturf turned out. It was great. I'm loving it. As you can see, I got it dirty already this week, but it really blends in because it's camo. But it all works great. I'm enjoying it. I might sell it, but we'll see. You never know. That's the boat, y'all. It's been really fun building it. Stressful towards the end because we had to go on vacation, but it all worked out. It turned out great for my first time doing it, especially. I love it. But thanks for following along on the conversion. If you liked the video, hit the thumbs up. If you like the channel and want to see other videos, it's mainly fishing content. We might do more boat builds in the future, but we'll see. A lot of fishing, and then in the fall it'll be a lot of hunting. So if you like the channel, hit subscribe. Keep watching them. But we'll see you on the next Carson Boys adventure.